to him as a scan man. Friends from college recall him as a trailblazer who in the late 1970s stepped out of the traditional printing curriculum and customized his personal course of study to link print and computer. His education record attests to his passion for learning. A graduate of the Rochester Institute of Technology's Printing Science program, he also holds an MBA from the University of Delaware. His wife is quoted as saying, whether he's explaining something to me, to one of our daughters, or to anyone that will listen, he is truly a born teacher. As he began his career, he recognized that such insight would prove paramount to the advancement of the industry. Color management was yet to become a principle, but in the ensuing 30 years, he became widely hailed as one of the founding fathers and its leading proponent in the world of flexography. As one of his colleagues says, color and curves has made his career. A speaker at some 17 FFTA forums, as well as every single first conference since the program's inception, his major accomplishments include working on first to develop the early test targets for color management. He has authored numerous articles in Flexo magazine and most other graphic trade publications. Many here tonight will remember the entertaining and highly informative project vlog presentation at the 2001 forum,
now he definitely knows,
where one half of the Hans and Franz wrestling duo, our inductee, acted as creator, organizer, sponsor, and producer of a major print study that demonstrated the quality capabilities of flexo versus offset and gravure. A perfectionist by nature, he focuses on teaching people to produce better flexo printing. He has traveled the country and the world calibrating scanners for flexo, presenting seminars on print reproduction, digital plate, optimization, color management, and expanded color gamut printing. He's even stopped shoppers. Well, this is a good one. He's even stopped shoppers in the supermarket parking lots to press them on the knowledge of flexography and how it compares to offset gravure.
That's my neighbor.
These moments, as some of us will remember here, maybe a lot would remember, complete with expressions of puzzlement, were captured on video for prosperity and broadcast at the FFTA's 2001 Annual Forum. His processes and procedures have been patented many times over. The names and techniques are familiar to many of us here, including FlexoCal, plate cell patterning, and FlexoSync. It is because of this innovation and its many significant contributions to the flexo industry and the FTA that I'm pleased to introduce to you. And I've got a gentleman next to me here that was part of that famous Hans and Franz team that's going to help me welcome our 49th and youngest member of the FTA Hall of Fame, Flexography's own innovator and patent king. Please help me welcome Mark Samworth. Woohoo!
I guess I have to go up and make the call. You can have a drink after this, okay? I love you too.
On video. It's okay.
The first thing I want to say is, how long did Mark have when he was accepted 2 years ago? Because however long he had, I want at least one more minute than he had. Wow, this is really something. I'm very, very much surprised and very honored to be here. And my very first question, or maybe it's a complaint, is that I thought you were supposed to tell the person in advance. I thought the surprise thing ended like 3 years ago. Okay, so it's not just the surprises for the completely clueless people. Is that what you're saying? So, well, what can I say? I'm glad I wore a suit to this dinner. I thought Indianapolis is not like Orlando. You got to wear a suit to Orlando. In a way, I don't really think that, I don't feel that I deserve this award, in a way. But I'm highly honored, and I'm very grateful, and I'm very humbled that those of you who have a vote for the award do think that I deserve it. And all I can say is thank you very much. I always thought that I never did enough managing for the FTA. I come to the FTA every year and I give a talk every year, and I think most of you have seen all these talks. And from time to time, people would ask me to chair a committee or to maybe chair a session, and I said, well, if I chair the session, do I get to speak in the session? And they're like, no. You're managing the session, you're managing people. And I thought, I don't want to manage people, I want to do the work myself. And I've always been that way since I was about 18. If I had the skills to play baseball, I would play baseball. I wouldn't want to manage baseball. You know, over the years, though, I've come to learn that the players and the managers are equally important. And you can't have a good team if you don't have players and managers. And I see a great group of people to my left who are both players and managers. Mark's still a player. He doesn't want to manage anything either. And I think sometimes he fakes it. And that's great. I guess the other thing, I'm going to try to copy off of Mark, because he took a few minutes to thank the people that were influential to his career. And I think he thanked like 5. Which means I have to thank 6. And I'm trying to think, how could I ever do this? Because this is really kind of a surprise to me, to be honest with you. I could go in chronological order. Well, before I get into my career, I want to thank my wife, Talley. Her real name is Katherine, who's sitting right up here. I don't know how she got to Indianapolis. I think really being successful in your career means that you first have to be successful, you know, or happy, let's say happy in your personal. Success is a judgmental thing, but you have to be happy and content in your personal life. And to me, that means having a great family. And my wife and my 2 daughters, Julie and Melissa, mean everything to me. So everything else emanates from them. But now I still get 5 more, right?
That was 3.
That was To start with my career in chronological order, the first person, the reason I am today, for better or worse, you may not be thanking these people after this, but the first person that was the most influential to my career was Peter Menzian of DuPont. Peter's sitting right over there. And in a lot of different ways, Peter told me when I was like 22 and just looking to go out and drink beer and have fun, which he always liked to do as well. But I remember he told me this German expression. I know I'm going to mess it up, but Dienst ist Dienst, as Schnaps is Schnaps. Is that right? Did I say it right? In English, that means work is work and play is play, or vice versa. And he even told me, I'm not making this up. When I was 22, he said, "Don't go into a Flexo printing plant and start staring at the receptionist instead of paying attention to the customer's needs. You get your work done, then you can start staring at the receptionist." Which I never did, Talley.
Of course not.
Because Peter warned me